Salina
and Sabrena
cannot come to the phone right now.
We're too busy. We're getting loaded.
Stoned.
Ripped.
Faded.
Yeah, so leave us a message or something.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, welcome back to Off the Hook podcast. I am Salina. I was looking at you. I was looking at you, and then it threw me off. It's like sister. I got my own mind. I am Sabrena Contreras, and this is my co-host,
Salina Johnson.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say my name for some reason.
Really?
Yeah. As I was like watching you right now, I'm like, I think she's going to say my name instead of hers. And then you did. And I was like,
We are absolutely connected.
yeah.
This is drawing us closer and closer to each other.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And Mercury's in retrograde, you
Oh
say?
my gosh. Do you guys feel that? Do you
Yeah.
feel that?
I think so.
I've been having a lot of like just things like not going according to plan. Conversations not going according to plan.
Yeah. What's the is that what happens when Mercury's like it fucks things up, or like what's the
So,
yeah, just explain it to me like I'm like a 6-year-old.
So every planet has properties that influence daily life. And Mercury is a planet associated with communication and also like technology. And so when Mercury is in retrograde, physically to the eye, it looks like Mercury is moving backwards in space. So that's what's happening. But it does cause a lot of times like conflict or just like miscommunications between people. A lot of times technology fucks up. Like you ever have those days where like things are just taking forever to get started with technology because there's like problems. That light thing going on.
Laptop took a dump.
Shut up.
Shut up.
And
You
he
need.
took it to the store, and they said you have water damage. Water has never fallen on it.
What?
And they told
No.
him it's done.
Literal. Oh my God. R.I.P. Gil's laptop.
Dang.
No, but for real, like definitely back up all of your technology, like your phones, your laptops. If you want, you can like get selenite and put it on your stuff to charge. But yeah, it's being late. Like us today, we were running so late today, and
I was using Apple Maps, and it was telling me 56 minutes. Okay, and it's telling me to take a way here that I've never taken before.
you can't make this shit up.
And I'm like, this can't be right. Like, this is crazy. So then I'm like, let me open Waze. So I put it in on Waze.
Waze, W-A-Z-E.
Cuts it down by 30 minutes and tells me to take the way that I normally take here. And I'm like, dude, I was being like sabotaged.
Mercury retrograde. That's what happens.
I was pissed. I'm like, Apple thought they could fool me. I'm like, thumbs up.
I smell
I smell a scam. Let me see what Waze has to offer me. And I was right.
Yeah.
I haven't used Waze in a long time.
Me either. I forgot I even had it downloaded. I'm like, do I still have it on my phone? And it was. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that was a game changer. So
Yeah. I have never used Waze. I have only used maps, but I'm now convinced to change.
yeah.
People can change.
It's like when you don't believe in ghosts and then you see a ghost.
Yeah, and you're like,
That's exactly what this is.
when
to
you
a
think
T,
about it.
when you really think about it.
If you think about it.
If you think about it, the ghosts are
2 summers past.
All right, I think we lost each other.
I mean, we're talking about ghosts.
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm just kidding.
no, yeah, ghosts.
What were we talking about though?
Retrograde.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Classic.
yeah. So that makes sense, I guess.
So,
How long
yeah.
does this shit stay?
I think it's like 4 weeks. I think it's a month.
I feel like that too.
Yeah, I mean, different planets do go into retrograde as well. It's not just Mercury. But
But
I
like,
think it
there's no
happens
effect.
maybe 4 times a year or 3
Is
times a
anything that
year.
affects it positively?
Yeah. What can it bring to the
fa-
table?
The fact that it'll be over soon.
That's really.
I'm just kidding.
No.
But it does.
I'm like, so
You
no,
are-
it's the worst.
Typically, the advice is to reflect and maybe think about what you're going to say before you say something. A lot of times you're encouraged to not sign any like legal documents or like get into like a new job. Like if you're really going to take it like crazy, like no new jobs, no new like things. And it is funny too, because I have gotten a job during Mercury retrograde and that job was fucked up.
Oh shit.
It was like it was at a construction site and it was so like toxic, or like a construction company,
Okay.
not the site.
I'm like, I picture you in a
guys
hard
got your
hat.
hard hats.
Your vest.
I forgot my hard hat
Yeah.
today. Can I borrow yours, Daniel?
On a jackhammer.
You ever used that before?
Just catcalling people on your lunch break.
I have it in my little knapsack bag, my little lunch.
That's so funny.
I got dirt in it. There's dirt in here. Oh, I was gonna look up how often.
And then, like, so none of the other planets, when they're in retrograde or whatever, nothing happens with those ones?
No,
It's
they
like,
do. Venus was just in retrograde not too long ago, and Venus is ruler of like relationships and love. And a lot of times during that, people will like break up,
Oh.
or you'll have like just feeling like, you know, I'm never gonna find the one.
Okay.
Just feeling like,
Yeah, like generally,
lacking
like, meh.
in love and relationships. Yeah, it happened. Mars retrograde.
Okay.
Mars is god of war, so like temper stuff, like kind of
Okay.
temperamental,
Yeah.
volatile. Comes with that. Yeah, there's a whole world.
Yeah.
There's a whole
Just
world.
outside earlier, there was like a rainbow in the clouds, like a very small rainbow, Amber, like
Faint.
just a little tiny thing, and like up in the middle of the sky, and it's like this big. Okay. I just keep being like, you know, like if you're looking,
Titanic.
if you're
he's
looking
like,
at it, it's like this big.
I can see the Statue of Liberty. It's small, of course.
and I'm like, oh, what? That's so crazy. And then I don't know. Sabrina was like, what did you say about the clouds? You just hit me with the fact about how much.
That they're thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Clouds are actually thousands of pounds.
That unlocked like a crazy memory for me when. Oh yeah. And I'm like, are you good?
Blink.
I'm trying to ruin the episode with my chronic cough.
I have a chronic cough too. Let it out, baby.
No, I listened to all the episodes and like one of us is always.
Like, are they a fucking...
Because I went like this.
Yeah, no, I'm like, Amber, can you breathe?
Give us a sign.
Yeah. I'll be like, stop the pod, stop the pod.
Yeah. We gotta go.
It's like when like a musical artist thinks someone's about to get trampled to death. And they stop the concert. Yeah. They stop the concert.
Yeah.
Yeah. Help her.
Like
I was trying to be
Salina.
professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
love comedy because you don't really have to be professional. That's one of my favorite things.
You
I
know
mean, you
what?
do, but you know.
With your retrograde, I almost died on Friday.
What happened?
Excuse us.
I had an allergic reaction.
No.
Really bad.
No,
And
Amber.
I didn't have an EpiPen. I didn't have my.
Of what? What are you allergic to? Let us know.
Well, I'm allergic to a lot of things,
Okay.
Shit.
but none of the things that I'm allergic to was what I ate. I ate rice. I know, I'm really sad about that. I hope I'm not.
Oh
Allergic to
no.
rice.
And it was like a different.
Amber, I'm so happy that you're okay.
It was like a different allergy. It like went straight for my throat. And my
Oh
throat was
no.
closing.
Oh
Do
my
you think
God.
it?
And I wasn't
Are you
feeling
allergic to
strong, like-
peanuts?
No.
Seaweed? I'm just kidding. Well, what do they put in rice?
I'm like, I think I'm allergic to.
So
Grain.
Yeah.
Mercury retrograde.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, there are.
I
Yeah.
didn't even know that we were in retrograde. I was just like, what the fuck is happening?
No, for real. And usually it is usually in those times of like, what the fuck is going on right now with like weird interactions? It's either full moon or it's Mercury in retrograde.
That's why I don't get when people are like, oh, all of that stuff is bogus. It's like, no, we live on this planet.
Like, pay
We-
attention.
Like, these are our surroundings.
Mhm.
Like, how is it not going to affect us?
Yeah.
My whole thing is like everything is connected. Have you not learned that yet? Like, have people not learned that yet? Do you not get it? That life is a cycle? Can you tell I've been watching
Have we not learned that yet?
that? Look around.
Get off your phone.
Get off your phone.
Look around you. Live a little.
Live a little. Read a book.
Live your life.
Yeah.
Get off your phones and look around.
When's the last time you blew a bubble? When's the last time you painted your mom and put it on the fridge? When? For real.
Yeah.
For real, though.
No, for sure. That's so fun. It feels like childlike wonder. The rock in your bosom.
Should I bring it out?
Yeah.
I put this rock in here to remind me to
PSA.
connect with my inner child, and I forgot about it earlier, and then I felt it wiggling, and then I remembered, and there it goes back in.
So, childlike wonder.
Yeah,
Now that's
it's flower
fun.
agate, by the way.
Flower
agate, and it's good for inner child.
Cool.
Do you connect with yours?
I don't know.
Yours?
Yeah, I think I do. I mean, I'm pretty immature, I think. I'm like,
Pretty immature.
yeah, I pretty much do whatever I want,
I eat
you
cake
know,
for breakfast.
So yeah, if I fucking want to. Last night, midnight, I had frozen loaded potato skins Instacarted to my house because I just felt like having some, and then I had them.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Instacart it up.
Did
You didn't get anything else with your order? Just the potato skins that you put in the air fryer?
Yeah. Yep, I put them in the air fryer.
How were they?
They were so good.
Good. Are they the
Scalding hot.
TGI Fridays
Yeah,
ones?
that's exactly it.
I knew it.
Scalding,
Boiling.
you know, and you're like, you yeah. You get all greasy. It sounds like the gorilla exhibit at the zoo.
Like, just leave it. Just leave it for a minute.
I can't.
No, I can't either.
I can't.
I'll take the burn of the tongue.
Oh, God.
There's this place in Portland that has these like big potato wedges. They're so big.
No,
and-
really, how big are they?
No. Probably about this big. No. No, honestly though, they are probably like this big.
Okay,
They're
that's
big. They're
crazy.
fat. And the first time I ever had it, I just like, with my fork, bam, I saw the steam, but I thought, yeah. And then I just popped it in my mouth and I burned the fuck out of my whole mouth.
Like more than you ever have before.
More than I ever have. And the guy next to me, he was a regular there. And I could tell because he was like, oh no, did you not let it wait? He literally was like, oh no. He's all, that's like lava. He knew that those fucking fat potato wedges were
Did
so
you not
hot.
let it wait? Wow.
Did you not let it wait? It was like, that's like sealed in my head.
Damn.
It's like lava. I was like, yeah, I know.
Like lava? That's so fucking scary to think about. Like,
It's hot.
I'm like, shit.
It was so hot. Yeah. So you always wait.
He has seen so many people like burn the shit out of their mouth.
100%.
And he says the same thing.
Yeah, he just waits for it, probably.
Yeah.
I'm all by myself.
What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do?
I don't know.
I usually just keep eating, and I'm like, I hope this doesn't get infected because I'm still
Yeah.
eating.
No, yeah, usually I'll I don't know, take a drink.
Drinks like water.
Yeah. Ouch. And then the next day.
Tell somebody about it. Yeah. I just burned the shit out of the roof of my mouth.
Ow.
Post an update on Facebook.
Yeah.
Ouch! Exclamation point. Just burned the shit out of
Burn
the
the
roof of my tongue on some fucking
It's all
giant
long
baked potato skins. The biggest you've ever seen.
The
And
biggest.
the hottest, apparently.
And the hottest. Yeah. I do love a good potato
Dude, me
wedge,
too.
though.
I'm like, so good.
Those things are fire. I
Yeah.
always get so bummed when I go to like the Safeway and they are out.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean you're
Yeah.
out?
Give the people what they want.
Don't we
Ever
have
supply and
potatoes?
demand?
Don't we have potatoes in that
You know
section?
what, though? They must not make them there then. Which
Scam.
is a
They're
scam.
like, we don't have the tools
But
for
they're
that.
yeah, I'm like, we don't have the seasoning for that. What?
It's on aisle 8. I got some Lowry's.
Oh my god. Lowry's is so good.
Lowry's is good.
I put that shit on everything.
You know what else that like Creole
Oh,
seasoning?
yeah. The
oh
Old
my
Bay?
God. Yeah. Is it the Old Bay? I don't know. I'll have to look at the
Okay,
one that I have.
yeah.
But yeah, like
any seasonings. I love to just
Sorry.
mix them all together.
Bouncing our cups around.
I know. It's a game. It's a fun game we like to play.
yeah, we like to
It's
play.
like tag, but with
I
coughing.
was just gonna say that. Yes. We are connected.
I hope nobody has their headphones on super loud.
Yeah,
when
me
listening
too.
To this.
We yeah. It's like the Sweet Leaf intro, the Black Sabbath song.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of cool when you put it that way.
I know. That should have been our intro.
I know.
That
I
would've been
know.
Funny.
Because we always are coughing.
I know. Cough queens. That's like that's
Cough
like close
queens.
to queef.
Cough queen. It is. It's too close.
People would be like, "Is your podcast like queef or something?"
For sure. My dad's friends.
Queef queens.
Yeah, I mean like a queef podcast. Your dad tells me about queef? Queer? What is it?
Queer queefs.
Like, shut up and leave me alone. Don't talk to me.
Leave me alone.
Dude, the other day,
Oh
oh
my
my God.
God.
The other day, I was at my niece's softball game the night that I got stuck there all night. And, like, you're supposed to bring your own chairs, I guess, but nobody told me. So I'm like, just standing around for a while, and then we're like, we're staying for another whatever. So I sit on the bleachers, like, away from, like, my mom and everything. It's like, I'm on the bleachers, and my niece comes and sits next to me. They pawn her off on me.
Uh-huh.
They're like, oh, go
How
sit with
old is
her.
she?
She's, like, 6. And so she sits next to me. And this lady behind us on the bleachers is like, oh, she's gotten so big. And like, I didn't look or anything because I'm like, she's probably not talking to me. And then she says it again. Yeah, she's gotten so big. And then I'm like, oh, she is talking to me. So like, I look and I'm like, because she's talking about my niece. And I'm like, oh, yeah. She's like, oh, but as soon as I look at her, she's wearing a fucking Trump hat. And I look at her and I'm like visibly disgusted. And I'm like, yeah, she is. And she keeps talking to me like, she's so cute. I remember when she was just like, whatever. And I kept like turning around just like, I could feel my face being like,
like, why are you talking
there were
to
some
me?
points where I didn't even turn around and look at her. And I was just like, Salina, what's going on right now? Like, because I normally am really polite about stuff like that, but I couldn't control it.
Mercury retrograde.
I'm like, don't talk about her.
yeah, stop talking about her.
Don't even look at her, you freak. Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, you want us dead. You want us all dead.
Yeah, I'm like, tell her what you voted on. Tell her what kind of monster you are.
Tell her you voted for a rapist.
Yeah, tell her. I'm gonna say
Tell her.
this.
Come on.
In front of my 6-year-old niece. Tell her. Pushing my niece shorter. Tell her.
Taunting.
Yeah. Tell this little girl right here that you voted for a rapist.
You're like, I'll hold her. Tell her.
Yeah, so I was like just visibly disgusted and like I'm not a face maker, but oh my God, I could feel it. And I was just like, shit, this is awkward now. She stopped talking to me eventually.
Finally.
But I'm like, ma'am,
like,
what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Take your stupid fucking hat off.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Salini.
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's-
So it was just weird. Like,
Who does that?
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, why? You could wear a hat for the team or something. Like, why?
Yeah.
To this little girls' softball game tournament thing.
And then being like,
oh, talking to people, going out of your way to socialize with people. I'm
you
like,
look like a freak.
you have some nerve.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No.
I know. When I went to my aunt and uncle's, there were like 3 Trump flags, and like just on their block, on their little street, and it's not a big street. I'm just like, ugh. Oh
yeah.
God.
They have the Confederate flag.
Oh, they're serious.
They had like a Trump on, because you have to put flags like on your bikes or
Uh-huh.
so that they can see you through the dunes.
Yeah.
And they would have like a Trump and then like a Confederate flag.
What
Jesus
the
Christ.
hell? That's so
like-
weird.
They're like, we love racism.
They do though.
They're like, remember better times.
I know.
Pointing to the flag.
God, that's so
And then
weird.
they do like
In California, also, like,
but the thing with the
going
Glavins
on?
is that people come from Arizona,
Uh-huh.
Texas. They'll come from
All
that
of them. Yep.
weekend. And
All of those rids.
there's like stores there, right, that you can get like your shirt that's like for like the event, right? Like the turkey thing, Thanksgiving. So one of the stores did a shirt where it's Trump and what's his name?
Vance.
And they're driving
fucking a couch together.
Couch
No, I
fucker.
wish. They're driving one of the sand dune cars, and then Kamala and Joe Biden are the turkey, and then he's like shooting like at them. Like when you see it as a whole, it's like comical, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, and then I seen what it was, and I was like, oh, this is like disturbing. And it was
That's
like,
so.
Turkeys.
First of all, like dehumanizing.
100. That's what they
and
want.
second,
That's exactly what they want.
violent. And third, just like so stupid.
Someone was like, you know what
It's
would be good on a
so
shirt?
Stupid, dude. Like,
They're turkeys, right? Him and Joe, they're on the dune buggy like some badasses.
and they're exercising their Second Amendment.
Yeah, meanwhile, these turkeys are out here on the dunes for some reason.
Yeah, it doesn't even make sense. But
Regionally, they're nowhere near.
So, how did they get here? We don't know, but
God,
Yeah, it's really like.
bless you.
I'm allergic
I'm
to that
allergic.
shit. To that bullshit.
I had to explain to my niece like what the Confederate flag. 'Cause she's like, "What flag is
Of
that?"
course.
I was like, oh.
You're like, funny
You're
story.
Like, remember
um,
slavery?
Yeah.
My first roommate that I ever had was so hick, and she loved the Confederate flag. She had like Confederate flag earrings. And one time I was like, why do you have those? And she was like, people get this flag wrong. It's the rebel flag. And I was like, it's the same thing.
Ew.
It's
What a dumb bitch.
No, she was from Klamath Falls, Oregon, which I've never been there, but it's fucking
Nothing.
yeah, it's like ew. I wouldn't want to go
But what do
there.
they think they're representing?
But being rebels. That's what that's how she was like justifying it to me, was that like it was just people that were like going against like the status quo and like going against the norm. Which
Having
was
sex
like
with their sister?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't care if it's frowned upon.
Yeah, keep it in the family.
Yep.
Keep it in the family.
Clean blood, you know? Blech.
Ew, that's so disgusting.
What was I gonna say? Shit.
Yeah.
We were talking about the Hicks and then
The Hicks, my roommate,
your roommate.
she also loved, she was like, what is your favorite kind of beer? And this is when I was like, fucking chugging Lagunitas like motherfucker.
Shit. Like the IPA?
Yeah. Oh, I love.
You're
I
getting
even like the
fucked
little
up.
something, girl. I used to get the little somethings that are like 9%.
Damn. I love having like 2 IPAs and then being like blacked out.
Yeah, I would drink like 5 or 6.
Yeah, and I'm just like full of IPA.
But I asked
I'm like,
her,
that's sitting heavy.
yeah, I know. People would
I'm
always
fucked
say that. They
up.
would be like, I'm full. And I would be like, huh? I'll have yours.
Break the glass on your
I
head.
know.
I'm gonna live forever.
This is the best day of my life.
Pouring it on you.
Yeah. This thing is like
Yeah,
in
interesting.
my
No,
face.
I mean, I like one. Like, I'll have one, but
Wow.
I really, really prefer like Bud Light,
Oh,
Coors Light, like any like
she was
shitty
a
light
Coor-
beer.
She was like, if I'm gonna splurge, it's gonna be Coors. And I said,
okay.
huh?
mean, yeah,
I
splurge.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like, is
she's
your
so bad.
yeah, is your like go-to fucking natty ice? What is
Maybe.
that?
Maybe
if
Busch
she's
Light.
splurging. That's
Yeah, no.
splurging.
Oh, you want to talk about splurge with a Coors Light beer? Oh, you think the mountains turn blue when it's cold?
When it's cold.
That way you know.
That it would be enjoyable.
Look around you.
Oh my god. Yeah. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
No, I lost it a long time
Oh
ago.
God, I'm sorry.
No, it's just my memory's getting real crazy.
Stupid.
Yeah, lately I've been like I'm rewatching One Tree Hill, like I mentioned,
yeah.
and I'm like, it's like a new show to me again. I'm like, I've watched this literally dozens of times, but I have such a bad memory that I'm like, wait, what happens to them again? What? And I'm like, this is fun for right now, like because it's nice and thrilling again. But I'm like, but it can't be good. I like what it's doing for my watchability. Like, I'm like, yeah, like it's brand new. But then I'm like, what's going on up there though? Why can't I remember shit? Am I okay?
Yeah, I feel like with stuff like I never remember like Donnie Darko. Like I'll rewatch it and I'll be like, I forgot.
Yeah.
How, like if someone says like what happens in Donnie Darko, I would be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, but you've seen it so many
Time
times and you
travel.
really love it. Yeah.
yeah.
That's a tough one
Or
actually
like
to
Pulp
explain.
Fiction.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction.
Yep.
I've seen that movie so many times. I still cannot exactly tell you like all the stuff that happens.
Yeah.
Because it's so much.
Yeah. It is. I've tried to explain Donnie Darko to somebody and it's really hard to explain what it is
Yeah.
without like maybe giving away too much or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I love Jake Gyllenhaal.
Me too.
And Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Me too. One time when I was in high school, my English teacher brought in that movie Stranger Than Fiction with her and Will Ferrell. And he's like, we're watching this because Salina looks like Maggie Gyllenhaal, and I've been telling he like would always tell me that, and I'm like, who the hell is that? I didn't know who it
Your
was.
teacher said that?
Yeah.
What a weirdo.
Yeah. And so we watched
He
Stranger.
like has pictures of you and Maggie Gyllenhaal like next to
So we watched Stranger Than Fiction, and I'm like,
he's all
this is the whole time he's like, yeah, and and I was like, that's really crazy. I was fine to take the movie day, but it was weird that we like kind of singled me out in that way.
That is so weird.
And I didn't like it at all.
What a freak. Was he your English
He was my English teacher. Classic though, right?
English teachers are such freaks.
Now I reflect, and I had a teacher that used to call me.
What?
Grosses me out now that I think about it.
Call you what?
He used to call me his. First of all,
his
why
pet.
did he say his? Right. His hummingbird. That's weird, huh? I like it literally right now that you were saying that. Like I thought of it, and I was like,
ew.
That's weird.
His hummingbird.
And I was like in like 5th grade.
Ew, no.
Ew, I hate it.
Flex.
God damn it, Amber.
Yeah, no, that's okay. But I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'm sorry that happened.
It didn't like dawn on me, and it didn't make me feel weird.
Yeah.
Until like literally now.
I'm so happy we were here for it.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't think about it until you said it, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
There are like
Something
creepy.
weird.
I always think about, so like when I was in high school, I dated this girl, and one time I was talking to one of the teachers like during lunch, and he was like a young, like hot teacher. Everyone was always like, and but we were talking, and I told him that I had a girlfriend, and then he asked me how we had sex.
Shut up.
And I remember being like taken aback. I was 16. I remember being 16 and like being taken aback by the question but then being like, oh, he's like a cool teacher.
Yeah.
But like now I'm like, that was so fucking inappropriate. Like extremely inappropriate.
Whoa.
And he got mad at me one time for I had a fuck the police button, and he saw it one time and he was like, give me that. And like made me give it to him, but then he had said that.
Oh,
to
what?
me. Asked me how I had sex with my girlfriend.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. You like have no idea who's truly around. Like, I don't have kids, but around your kids, it's
no,
like
for
scary.
real.
It's
like
too
at
scary,
school, bro.
Yep. Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude.
Like it's you just have to like hope that you like got a good one, a normal one, like a teacher or coach. You know what I mean?
There used to be this teacher. I don't know if I told you guys this story, but there used to be this teacher. I had him for 2nd and 3rd grade. Right? He used to teach like a combination class.
Oh yeah, combo class.
So there was this girl that was younger than me. No, you know what? It was 3rd and 4th. So she was in 3rd. I was in 4th, like that. Her name was Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
Her mom used to volunteer. Right? Maria. I'll never forget because I knew what was going on. She used to wear like mini dresses, and like she was cute. She was young, like you could tell like she was like a hot young lady. Well, she used to sit on his desk. Like he used to be like here, and she used to sit on his desk with like her legs crossed, and then he used to be like touch her legs like during class. He used to like go behind her and like grab her by the waist, like moving her.
Oh my
One
god.
time I forgot my snack in my backpack, and I went back into the classroom, and the classroom was locked. And I was like knocking, like, "Hey, I gotta get my snack."
My snack, I'm hungry. Poor Amber.
And they were in there.
Her little tummy's all growling.
And we I knew, like, I was in like 3rd, and then
Yeah.
for both. And I would tell my best friend, like,
Something's
Like,
up.
what is
Like,
happening?
you,
Yeah. Yeah, you can sense vibes.
And like in front of they did it in front of you guys. Like they
Hello?
thought like you wouldn't catch on.
Yeah, that they're stupid.
Yeah.
People think that
They're
kids
like
are stupid.
kids won't. And like it's like
And then
even
my
if you don't
old
know
daughter
exactly
was
what
in
it is, it's weird.
You know, yeah,
You're
know,
like this feels weird.
That's
Ugh.
not-
Yeah.
I never seen that.
Nope, that's not normal.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? You know that I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus song? Up until I was like maybe 20 years old, I thought that the mom was cheating with Santa. I didn't get that that was the dad, right?
I'm gonna tell you that I didn't get that until probably like last year.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm late.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, why are we glorifying this fucking?
Yeah, she's cheating on him.
But then I'm like, well, we still play. What's that one that's like where he's being all rapey and like trying to lure her into staying?
Baby, it's cold outside.
Baby, it's cold outside. You don't want to go do that. It's cold outside, honey.
She's
Come
like,
on,
I guess
come
I'll
on.
have another cigarette.
Yeah.
Gil had fallen asleep already by this time, and I forgot it. I was like, I'm gonna tell him in the morning. So last night I was watching this movie called Angel.
Okay.
Have you guys ever heard of it?
No.
So it's from 1989, right? So my mom wanted to name me Angel. And then I was born in 90, like a couple months after. Then my cousin was like, do not name her Angel because this movie, so the movie Angel, she's like a straight A student in the morning and then she's a hooker at night. Yeah, and she's only like 16, like 15 or 16. So he's like, don't name her Angel. Angel's a hooker name.
Oh,
Anyways,
shoot.
So this is why I watched the movie, right? I found it. And then last night I was like, I'm going to watch it. It's fucking weird, right? But there's a line that they say in the movie, and this older man goes and he like gets her, like, you know, he wants to have.
He wants to hire her.
Yeah. And then he's like, you better not say you're older than 14, honey, because I'll throw you out on the street.
Oh.
Yikes.
And I was like,
no.
this is 1989.
It's so like blatantly. Even movies like Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh my god, totally.
That movie is so gross.
Yeah.
Like but it's so like that's not even a big part of the movie. Like the most problematic part is not even a part of the
they're
movie.
Like gratuitous sex scenes, but they're not like you know, they're gratuitous is what they think. But I'm like, this is weird.
Yeah, like you're a fucking
like,
grown-ass
girl,
man having sex in a dugout.
A dugout?
In a dugout with
I'm
a
like,
teenage girl?
Don't do this. Yeah. I'm like,
I know. And
I feel for her.
Me too. I would have fucked him in the dugout.
Me too. And then that's the thing. And that's the thing. I'm like, that's like, I would have done it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so crazy.
Yeah. It's still so like relevant, that whole movie.
It is,
Does
yeah.
it become cringe when you get older and you realize the age difference? Because I remember being like in high school and like older guys, and I was like, hey, like, you know, like a substitute teacher or somebody that was hot. Like, I get how those connections happen, but now I'm like, you fucking pervert.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's taking advantage, I think, when it's because I've had relationships with like my last boyfriend was like 15 years older than me. And that was when I was like 28. But I've also, and like, I think that there are differences with like your life and stuff. And obviously that person has gone through more and like has experienced more. But like, I don't think that it's like gross or like weird because I'm like, I was almost 30. Like I'm a grown woman.
Yeah, I think
but
it's like that.
Totally.
But I have like when I was like 17, I hooked up with this guy that was 40. And now I think, and I met him at like a fucking punk show and I thought it was
my God,
so
he was
cool.
so cool.
And he was like so hot with like tattoos and whatever. And I was like, yes. And I told him my age. Like I was so upfront with it, did not lie. And he was still down. And now I think like you're a fucking weirdo.
Yes.
That is so gross.
1000%.
You are so disgusting. And like, what were you doing with a high school girl at 40 years old? You fucking weirdo.
That is so weird.
And he lived next to a cop, and I think that he liked like that aspect of it too, because he brought it up like multiple times of like, don't let the neighbor see you because he's a cop and like.
Oh.
But yeah, it was like the thrill. Yeah, the thrill
What a
of like.
freak.
No, it was so gross. Men are disgusting.
Ugh, God, I hate
But yeah,
him.
it's like it is predatory. And then the dudes that like stay with girls that like they meet when they're fucking 19 and the dude is like 30 or in his late 20s and then they spend years together and then they obviously fucking break up. But now that woman's 20s are gone. You ruined it for her.
They were fun for you. They were fun for you.
You stole it from her. And then now she has to fucking redo everything that she has lived
Do you guys
and
remember
thought.
the case? This one's like a
That shit gets me
opposite.
hated.
Yeah.
Do you remember the teacher, the one was a white
That
lady.
lady,
There was a
yeah,
white lady, and then
that
her
got with like the
student
13-year-old.
Yes.
that he was like Pacific Islander.
Uh-huh.
And then they put her in jail, and then they like.
And now
stayed
they're together. But that guy's all fucked up. Have you heard him in interviews?
But that's what I'm saying. He was only 13 years
That is so
old.
crazy.
And people just like let it slide because she's a lady. It seemed like a white lady.
I remember when that
A
came
sweet
out.
little white lady.
She could do no wrong.
Yeah, that shit's so crazy.
Yeah, there was a there was like a teacher at my school that was questionable,
Mm-hmm.
but I never really like I didn't have him for any like major classes or anything, but I was always like on high alert, and I'm like, when I think about it now, I'm like, there's totally a reason that you have those feelings, you know?
Mhm. Vibes are so real.
Yep.
Yes. No, they are. Like yesterday I was at the store, and there was this guy that like right away, right as soon as I interacted with him, I knew like, okay, I'm not going to like entertain this person at
Mhm.
all, because Sylvia had asked for a cigarette, and so I was handing her the cigarette, but as I was handing it to her, this dude was walking up, so it kind of looked like I was handing him the cigarette.
Uh-huh.
And so I like handed, and then I went, not you. And I like took the cigarette back, and then he was like, "Ah, come on, why not? I smoke too." And I was like, "You can go buy your own pack then." And then he was like, "Oh, well, my name is blah, blah, blah. What's your name?" And I was like, "Hi, I'm Sabrina." And then I like shook his hand. And then he was like, "Do you want to know something that I do with women?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Oh, well, you see, went to go do it." I said, "No, I don't want to listen." And he said, "Oh, but," I said, "No." And then he was like, "But I'm not a weirdo." That's what he said. He's all, "I'm not a weirdo." And I was like, "It's okay." And then he gave up and walked away. But I was just like, "No, you are so like, why are you doing this?"
What the? If you have to say you're not a weirdo, you definitely are.
No, and why are you like explaining something that I don't want to hear? I told you.
What
Aren't
a
you
freak.
embarrassed?
Yeah.
Aren't you embarrassed? I would be so embarrassed.
For
I'd be like,
sure.
"Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Bye."
And was like gonna try to say it again.
No, he did it like 3 or 4 times. I'm not even
And I wonder what he was
exaggerating.
gonna say.
I don't. I'm
Ugh.
not curious about it at
It-
all.
Now
Something so fucking weird.
It's
Yeah.
probably something stupid.
it's definitely better that you didn't hear it.
Yeah.
It really would have done a number, I think.
And
in
it's
it.
like, you're not going to tell me something that I didn't ask for.
Yeah.
And I explicitly said no.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Ugh, God.
But right in that first interaction, I was like, no, I don't like this guy at all.
But I think like men have this like they feel like they're making you feel better.
For sure.
Like
They think that they're like being complimentary.
Because that would do something to their ego if it
Yeah.
was, you know.
They think that they're flattering you.
It's like, ugh.
It's so silly.
Ugh.
I'm like repulsed.
Yeah. One time at a gas station, I had this guy run across like 2 lanes to be like, "You have really beautiful eyes. What color are they?" And I'm like, "You're the one looking at them. Like, what color do they look? Like, thank you." And I'm like alone putting gas, and I'm just like, and he like ran up to me. I was like, ugh.
that happened to me in an
Gas
elevator.
stations are vortexes.
I was running into a building because I was late for my appointment, and I ran into like the elevator, and then the doors were already closing, and I could see this guy running, and I was like,
Oh, no.
I'm not gonna fucking like hold the door because I didn't want to go up there with him, and he fucking like put his hand.
No.
And he put his hand, and then I just remember like it was summer, so I had like a little summer dress on, and I was just kind of like looking down, like not making eye contact. I didn't want to like, you know. And he's like, "Hi," and then I just like, and I said hi, and he's like, "Oh, you look nice," and then I didn't say anything, and then he's like, "I'm talking to you."
Ew.
Oh,
I'm talking to you, and then I was like, and he's like, "Look at me when I'm talking to you." He told me.
Ew.
And I remember just feeling like my blood like rushed down to my feet, and I was like, "This is how it fucking happens." Like, and then the door went like, bing, and then he got out, and then he looked back, and he was laughing. like he knew what he was purposely doing, and that like by saying that he was gonna make me feel like shit. And then the doors closed, and then I just started like sobbing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, you fucking asshole. Like now I think about it, I'm like, I wish I could have like stabbed him. or
No, for
something.
sure.
Like honestly.
100%.
Mhm.
Well, I wish you got his information so we can add him to our purge list.
Purge. I'll purge the shit out of that guy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We should have like a women's purge once a year. It'll give us like vitality too, you know? Like
Bathe in the blood.
I'm not necessarily picturing us like sucking their blood or like eating them or anything, but something that would give us vitality.
Yeah.
Just
and
like
put them in their place.
Just shanking somebody, and as I'm shanking them, my like skin is getting tighter, and my boobs are getting bigger.
They're coming closer together.
Yeah,
right?
but it's like a vigilante thing. Like they have to be like obviously like douchey, shitty guys, like
Yeah.
Dexter, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Problematic.
Yes, exactly. And
Yeah.
then just one night a year.
Yeah.
That's all.
that would be so cool.
Just one night a year. That's all.
It's not-
That's our slogan.
Yeah.
With a bow at the end. That's all. I don't ask for much.
Just one night a year. I want to have the freedom to just go murder a bunch of douchebags.
Yeah. And like, that's population control.
Yeah, it is.
So don't be a douchebag. It'll come for you.
Just kidding. I wouldn't stab that way.
And men will never know that feeling.
Oh my God, I know.
Yeah.
Ever.
You know,
Walking
yeah.
with your keys like a claw, like a fist, just being like someone
Scared.
approaching you is
Yeah.
off-putting, whereas like that's not a thing for them.
What I don't like is when I'm walking and people are like yelling to get my attention. I hate that. Or like, hey,
Oh, I hate it too.
hey,
Yeah.
like,
Like I'm gonna be like, yeah,
yeah,
and go over to you.
It's 2:30 a.m.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to me?
What do you think this is?
I
What do you
don't
think
want
is
to
gonna
talk.
happen here?
Yeah, like what makes you think I want to talk to you?
Yeah.
Ew. I'm so happy I don't drink anymore.
Yeah, that puts you in a very vulnerable
It's
place in
so
moments like that. It's really scary.
Yeah, that shit is so scary. Because my ass would like go off with like random.
Oh, for
people.
sure.
Be like, your house? It's closed?
Dude,
Let's go,
I used to be
bitch.
so careless like that too.
Yeah.
Strangers, I did not give a shit.
Yeah.
I think about it to this day and I'm like, oh God, like it's a good thing I lied to my mom because like she would not have gotten an ounce of sleep, you know?
Yeah.
I was out doing the like with strangers, just like
strangers.
whatever. She
What was
told-
her name?
Yeah.
Christy.
Uh-huh. And I'm like, I think about it now and I'm like, how did I like not get murdered?
No,
or
for
something?
real. How did I not get murdered?
Yeah. It's
I'm
crazy. And like,
Thankful.
yeah.
I'm
Thankful
happy.
for sure because I wasn't always smart or like, you know, had my wits about me, but
Yeah. At
Oof.
least if I would have gotten murdered, I would have been in a blackout.
that's true. You definitely want to be blacked out when you're getting murdered. Hurts less.
Hurts less. You don't remember a thing. You just wake up and you're dead.
Yep.
Or maybe we're dead.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always think about that.
Yeah, I know.
How would you know?
You wouldn't. And oh, you know what else fucks me up? Alternate universes. Or dimensions even.
It's
Yeah.
so like incomprehensible.
It is. It is.
Even just thinking about the universe is like, what do you mean it's infinite?
Yeah. No, I can't breathe even thinking about it.
You know what days make me feel like I looped into another? Like, have you ever woken up like on a really good day and you're just kind of happy and then the air's really crisp outside and then there's sun?
Yeah.
There's something for me that's invigorating. And
It's
it
like
makes me feel,
nostalgic.
like fresh. And then I'm like, oh my God, am I in another?
Yeah.
Did I die yesterday and I like woke up again.
Stop.
Like another timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do believe in that shit too. Like jumping timelines.
Oh, it's so crazy. I
It is
love
so
it.
crazy. I know.
It's none of my business how that stuff works, though.
Yeah, me either. I just like to give
I like
praise.
wonder about it, but I'm like, you know what? It's really none of my business. You do your thing, and
Yeah.
for those that are interested in that, good luck.
Yeah.
Have fun with it. But
Yeah.
I'm not really. I mean, you know, it's none of my business. I'll stick to just what I know.
You're like, I'll just go to sleep and then wake up.
And then so on and so on and so on.
And then so forth.
Yep. No questions asked. Could be the Truman Show for all I know. I love that movie.
Yeah, that movie's
That movie really changed, like, you know, like when you do shrooms and it like changes you. That's what like the Truman Show was like for me.
Yeah, I feel that way whenever I watch The Matrix. Kind of the same vibe. But the
I think it
Truman
was
Show
meant to.
genuinely gave me nightmares when I watched it. I watched it during COVID.
Oh shit.
2020. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was probably
bad
not
time.
the best.
Yeah.
Probably not the best time to be
Yeah.
watching that show, but watched it nonetheless and got scared enough to have nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, stuff like that, or like the idea of that really fucks with me.
Yeah.
Like movies like 1408. Like where you're like reliving like
Dystopian.
just like the same shit kind of like in a loop. Ugh,
yeah.
it's scary.
Or that movie, The Platform. Have you ever
Yes.
seen that?
Yes.
I hate that movie.
Yeah.
Not that it's a bad movie, because it's so good that I don't ever want to watch it
Yeah.
again. Like,
No, there's definitely
it's
movies like that.
so
I'm like, I'm
fucking
never gonna watch
gross.
it again.
yeah.
Like I can't.
Oh my god.
I know I can't.
Yeah, The Platform really kind of fucked me up for a while. I still think about that stupid movie. It'll pop in my
As
head.
Above, So Below is like about the catacombs and like explorers that go down there and they get like caught up in some weird like time loop shit. Like it's so scary.
Yeah, that shit's really scary.
Also, I would never go to the catacombs. I don't really like the idea of being that far underground. Would you?
I like the idea, but
Okay, look at I got us free tickets. We're going to the catacomb. Yes or no?
yes. Yeah. In my head, I was like, "Oh my god, that's crazy!"
This is all just hypothetical, okay? Don't get excited. I
No.
just said I don't want to go to the catacombs, but
I would.
You would?
Yeah.
I don't know
But
if I would.
also want the option to leave if I get too scared. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I want to turn back now. And then we're like, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Not like, you signed up for this. And I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, like, I would still even be scared because at the point where I got to the point where, like, I wanted to turn back, by that time, there's, like, I just want to rush the fuck out of there.
have you done a cave exploration before?
No.
I see. I have once. I did a cave,
Ooh.
ape caves in the Oregon forest.
Okay.
Really, and it was, and I did do a little bit. Sorry, Mom. A little bit of acid.
Uh-huh.
I did a little bit of acid, and I
Oh my
was
God,
down
and then
in the
went
caves.
in the cave?
And honestly, I thought that it was gonna be so much scarier, but it really just felt very
Open?
dinosaur. Like
What?
Like this is dinosaur.
You felt like you were in bedrock?
bedrock, and it was dark, bitch. We
Whoa.
all had flashlights. I had my phone,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, it was really, really dark.
What?
And it was crazy.
Was cold? Was it cold in there?
but-
Echoey?
Yeah, echoey as hell.
Did it
wet.
smell like? Yeah. Did it smell like wet? I feel like
It
I
was
can.
good.
I can just. It feels like I have been in a cave, but I haven't. I just
It's
described
that Capricorn shit,
I
bitch.
just described to you what it was like to be in a cave that I was never in, but you were in.
You have it.
I have it. Cave consciousness.
You'll I've got cave what is it? Consciousness. That's hard to say. Say it 5 times
I'm
fast.
not gonna say it again.
Say it 5
'cause
times
I know.
fast.
I
Come
was
on,
lucky
say it,
with the
say
ones.
it. Yeah, that was good.
Isn't it funny when you say something like funny and then someone's retelling the story and they're like, say it, say it. But it was like in the moment that you said it with that other person, but they're like, oh, it was so funny. Why don't you tell him? Say it, to say it.
You're like, I said, put the rock back.
And they're like, and like, you're just, I'm like, don't make me say it. It's not going to be as funny. I know it. It's going to deteriorate my own well-being. Please don't make me say it. It's like
Please don't make me say
going
it.
against everything I stand for. Please don't make me say it again out of context. That you had to be there.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I hate an out of context having to explain Yeah. Say it. People will do that with my, like, they'll be like, laugh. I love your laugh. Laugh. And I'm like, what?
You're like, say something funny.
I know. I'm like,
Make
maybe
me.
I'll be like, maybe you'll hear it later. Does that sound flirty? Maybe I should stop saying that.
Maybe you'll hear it later when you're making me breakfast in the morning.
Maybe you'll hear it later when I clog your toilet and need the plunger. And I need you to come unclog your toilet because I plugged it up.
Oh my God. I love it.
That would be the worst first date ever.
Oh my God. I always like, if I can avoid using the bathroom on a first date, I'm not doing it because that's a genuine fear. You know, like
Clogging, like any
just
bathroom
any type
issue.
of issue.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's the crazy thing is guys wouldn't give a fuck. You know, like but girls are like, no, like I gotta go, but I'll hold it for like, well, I'll probably go home in 2 hours.
9 hours.
I can hold it.
And your stomach's full.
Yeah.
I know. They're like,
They're
you
like,
hungry?
are you hungry? Yeah. Are you hungry? And you're like, no.
No. You heard that too?
What? No.
You're all sweating all cold.
Yeah.
You're getting chills.
Yeah.
Poop chills. Poop chills.
chills.
I hate those.
Yeah, I hate it.
That makes me mad. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Please.
Have you ever like had like really bad like diarrhea and you're in the toilet?
No.
Like you're almost passing out. Ever happened to you?
Yes.
Almost
One time it
passing
has,
out.
and I thought to myself, like,
Is this what childbirth is
I'm
like?
gonna fucking die on this toilet right now, like Elvis.
I was like leaning on the toilet paper, like, oh,
I
man.
literally, my last thought would be, "You're going out like Elvis," and then I'm like, "How embarrassing!" I didn't even get a chance to wipe or flush or
I
anything.
couldn't yell for my mom. I was like,
Oh no!
Oh, Amber. Oh no.
I had pizza the night before.
Oh shit! That sucks.
Pizza does it.
I can only hope that nothing gets like super ruined for me like that. Like it was mushrooms for a minute. Like I made it in some pasta and like threw up a bunch of mushrooms that night. And so I was like, fuck mushrooms forever.
Yeah, I don't.
I eat mushrooms now like on pizza or whatever.
Yeah, on pizza, it's really the
Yeah.
only bearable thing.
But nothing else has really like made me sick to where I won't eat it again.
Yeah, I can't think of like but Malibu pineapple, I could not.
Really?
I could not like even smell that because I would get that and Jaeger.
Ugh,
Also
Jaeger.
I drank Jaeger when I was 15.
Me too. That was the first, I think,
Yeah,
because it was like
did
the one
you
that
chase
tasted
it with Bacardi too?
No.
Like
No.
a psycho. I blacked out the first time that night and like Jaeger forever. I'm
Ugh,
like,
that taste.
get
I'm not a
that
black
the
licorice
fuck away
person
from me.
anyway, but
Devil.
I was like, this tastes better than the rest of the liquor, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh, I'm gonna throw up now.
Yeah,
No.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yucky.
It's time for us to wrap it up anyway. And now we can go get some food. Now
Yeah,
we can go get some food. Now we can go get some food.
Woo,
And yeah, we will catch you guys next time.
Wow.
Love yas. Mwah.
Bye.